So a frequent question that we get when we're talking to people about training is, why should we pay for training when there are so many free options out there online?
Hi, I'm Jason Perry, founder and CEO of Trident Shield.
And I'm Lauren Perry, co-owner of Trident Shield. So a frequent question that we get when we're talking to people about training is, why should we pay for training when there are so many free options out there online? And you know that phrase, you get what you pay for? That is absolutely true when it comes to active shooter training. This is life and death information that you are providing for your employees, and you do not want to rely on a free training in order to do that. If you think about what would motivate someone to do free training, you're very often going to find that it is someone who specializes in something else that's going to be related to active shooter training, perhaps physical security for your building. They have technology or something like that. And they're giving this training as a gimme or a giveaway to get you in the door to sell their actual product. So they're really not going to care and put that true amount of energy and detail and care into that training product that you should rely on to save your employees' lives. So you really want to take care when you're choosing your training.
Yeah, which leads us to the second part of this, and it's depth of content. To round out what Lauren was saying there, is most of these people are just taking publicly available information and populating a cookie cutter, check the box type of course. That's not what we do. We looked at everything that was on the market and we started from scratch. We took nothing for granted and we made the best training in the world today. We made the best training that we could that would reach the broadest, most diverse audience in the history of the world. All right. So again, we didn't leave any stone unturned. We, threw everything, including the kitchen sink, which is not one of our improvised weapons, which we carry later. But, to come up with a very simple, instinctive, quality level of training that is effective.
Mm-hmm. And you'll certainly find, that as far as training goes, you want to avoid short and basic. And a lot of times what you find, the other free option that you're going to come across is the government run, hide, fight training videos. They're often like 5 to 7 minutes. You can't learn anything important in 5 to 7 minutes, and you certainly don't want short and basic. That's not going to be anywhere close to detailed enough to provide the actual information that's going to save lives.
Yeah, when your life is on the line, you don't want to trust it to a 3 to 5 minute video. Trust me.
Nowhere close. So the other part that you get when you pay for training, at least through us, which is something that we're very proud of, is that we update our training constantly. Whereas when you use that free training or someone who just kind of throws a training video over your way, it's static. They very likely haven't updated that in a few years, and once you get it, that's all you're going to get. When you pay for the training and you take our course, you will always be getting pushed some new information. So if a threat has evolved, so say attackers are using a different way of killing people now or trying to attack people, or methods to counter that have evolved, we're going to be changing our training content and pushing that in real time to you. So throughout that time that you have access to our course, you are getting the best information. So that's why it's also very important to pick good training.
Yeah, and Lauren really, hit the nail on the head there that, the threat is constantly evolving and we have to keep evolving with it to stay one step ahead, and that's what we do. Mm-hmm. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is, we like to say, who are you going to call? Most other companies who do this are not consulting companies. We are a full consulting firm. So when you have a challenge that comes your way and it exceeds your in-house expertise, you can call us. We partner with you and, to help you solve your problems. So when you get those threats from the person you had to fire on Christmas Eve, and they're making threats on Facebook or whatever on Christmas Eve, we'll be there for you. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's why we partner with you and work with you within your identity, within your culture, to find the right solutions for you. And that's what our training does.
And if you hold our standards of training your entire credit union, we will be there for you. If anything ever happens and you have to go to court over it to defend your position, we will have your back in that situation to say that you went above and beyond the call to provide the best training for your people. And honestly, you're not going to be able to call up that person who gave you the free training or the government to get that same kind of support. So that's very valuable in itself to have a professional in the industry to say, you did everything that you could to protect your credit union.
Yeah, everything that a reasonable company could do. You exceeded OSHA standards, you exceeded FBI standards, you exceeded Department of Homeland Security standards, and really cared and tried to take care of your people, and that's what we'll testify for.
So we hope that this makes sense and helps articulate for you why you should avoid that free training that might be tempting, but don't try to save a buck on this. Really go for the training that's going to provide the value and the true safety for your credit union employees.
It'll help you sleep better at night, trust me.
That's the truth. So together,
we save lives.
Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more safety and security videos to empower your organization, and learn more at tridentshield.net.